Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So here I come with another video which is the last book haul of 2023. These are all the books that I have acquired over the past 3 months or so, and can't wait to share it with you. So let's just dive into it. So the very first book that I have is the arc which I have received from Penguin India, which is of The Babysitter by Emma Curtis. Basically, this is a story of three women, I think Sarah, Anna, and Claudia, whose life intertwined, whereas one is the babysitter, the other one is married to someone, and stuff like that. So, this is supposed to be a very thrilling read, and I cannot wait to read this. The very next book that I have is this trilogy which I have received. I am sure you must have seen this in my previous video as well. But this is a fantasy series which I have been meaning to read since quite a while, and just look at how beautiful the covers are. So I'm hoping to pick this up in January, so can't wait to read this. The book that we have received is by Penguin India, which is The Sword Catcher by Cassandra Clare. She is basically my favorite fantasy author. I have loved her Shadowhunter series, and I cannot wait to read this as well. Just look at how gorgeous the cover is. I have been meaning to read this since quite a while, but I just want to take time with it, so maybe I'll pick it up soon. Next up we have is Kill the Lawyers. I have received this from Bloomsbury, India. This is by Shishir Vaitadan. So basically, I don't know much about this book apart from the fact that it is based on corporate law and inspired from some of the true events that happen in the corporate culture and the law sector of India. So can't wait to read this. I'm sure it's primarily set in the Bombay, and so the next two books are primarily my recent addition to the haul. The first one is What You Are Looking For Is in the Library. I have been seeing this book a lot, and currently I want to explore more of the Japanese literature, so I can't wait to read this. Also, the cover is super intriguing, so let's see. This is basically a collection of short stories, I think, which are related or set to the library, and that's all took me to read this one. The other book is The Bookbinder of Jericho. Even look at how pretty this cover is. So basically, I think the author's first book, which is the Dictionary of Lost Words, that is also there on my bookshelves. Basically, I'll be reading both of these books quite soon. So the next book that I had received was from Penguin India, which is Same as Ever by Morgan Housel or Housel. This is from the same author of Psychology of Money. I have already read this book and reviewed it on my Instagram. Please do go check it out. The only difference that I found in the Psychology of Money and this book was the rich writing style of the author. This one was quite informative as well as very storytelling form of author which is there, which was, I think, a bit theoretical on the side of Psychology of Money. So definitely non-fiction lovers need to pick this up. Next up are the books that I have received from JCB Prize Literature this year. The first one is, I think this is their shortlist, The Secret of More, The Nemesis, also The Firebird by Beryl Newman. I have been meaning to read this one, and I think this also got the winner of this year's JCB Literature. There are more two books which are Mansoor. I have been very excited to read this as well, and also the other one is I named my sister Silence. Look at how pretty the cover is. The brown is just very intriguing. So can't wait to read all of these books, and thank you JCB for sending this my way. So next are a very thick books that I have received. this is basically a thriller, which is I Am a Pilgrim. I have read this and reviewed this as well. This was a bit slow in the middle, but I was super surprised with the characters and the way the plot unfolds. After reading this, I also received the Year of Locust, which was released in November, and this is the following book to the I Am Pilgrim. So I can't wait to read this as well. This was supposed to be my weekend read, but let's see, probably the New Year's weekend is when I pick this up. Yeah, super excited to read this. The next two books that I'm going to show you are basically from Unhaul of a fellow bookstagrammer friend. First one is Ninth House by Liba Dugo. The other copy that I can't seem to find right now is basically Alone with You in Ether by Olivia Blake. I have all the books by Liba Dugo, and this was one book that I was really missing from all her collection. So I just wanted to keep it on my shelves, and I've really enjoyed this one as well. Olivia Blake's all her books, Alone with You in Ether, be it the Atlas 6 or her recent one, which was One for the Enemy, I have loved all of them. Her writing style is super unique. You should definitely check it out. So the next book that we have is a mystery novel, which is The Mystery Guest by Neeta Prose. I have enjoyed her previous book, which was The Maid, so this is the sequel to that. This is a super cozy mystery where we follow this maid who basically helps solve the mystery, and there are other people in the houses and the characters in the plot as well. So can't wait to read this. Next book is again to continue my trail of Japanese literature, Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto. So this is a very thin and small book. I think it is barely 150 pages. But the problem and the point of this book is that 150 pages has a lot more power than probably a 400 pages book can have. This is basically a story of two mothers and tales. When it was published in Japanese literature, it also received a lot of prizes. So definitely check it out. It is a very cozy and meaningful read. Next book is a fantasy standalone which I thoroughly enjoy, and I have recommended this book to hundreds of people, I think, by now, so which is Sorcery of Thorns. This is one of the very early fantasy books that I have read and enjoyed it. This was a 5-star read for me. I got this book from one of the friends, Unhaul on Instagram, way long back, but I just wanted to show you guys and haul it officially over here. So yeah, if you have not read this one, please do read it, please. Next book is basically one that I had requested from the publisher, which is A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. Basically, just look at how gorgeous the cover is, guys. So I've been seeing this one a lot as well on Instagram, and I was super intrigued by the way people or some of my favorite bookstagrammers have raved about this book. So can't wait to read this. This basically is, I think, a story of a girl who also has a bit of magic and fairy tale. We also have one fairy king in this book and two rival students, so can't wait to read this. The next book is a romance series, which is, I think, a sports romance series set in New York, I think. I'm not sure, but it is The Right Move by Liz Tomford. The first book in this series is called Mile High, and the third book is also released, which is called Caught Up. I can't wait to get both of them. This was basically sent to me by Hatchet India. Just look at how good the cover is. Like, even it is embossed over here right now. So can't wait to read this. This has been a very popular book on BookTok and Bookstagram these days. So definitely want to check out the hype and see how it goes. The next two books are, which I have already read and enjoyed reading. This is All the Light We Cannot See. This is the new Netflix edition cover. It is basically a historical fiction and super heavy on the topic. So I think it is set on near to World War II, but can't wait to read this again and also watch the movie. The next up we have is Chaos and Flame by Tessa Gretton and Justina Ireland. This is basically a fantasy novel. I think it is a duology, so yeah, definitely check it out. Next book is what I have recently finished literally yesterday, which is The Fragile Threads of Power by V. Schwab. This is basically a spin-off series set in the Shades of Magic trilogy. Yeah, so it is in the same universe where this one follows a little later from where we stopped the Shades of Magic series. And if you love that one, I think you will enjoy this one as well. So definitely check it out. For me, the writing was a bit different from the original trilogy and I like that one more. But nonetheless, we see a lot of Leela Bard and Kel's scenes over here as well. So yeah, it also follows a lot of different characters. So definitely check it out. Next book is basically another Korean book that I've received, and I think you must have also seen this in the last book video that I have made, which is Welcome to the Unum Dong bookshop. So can't wait to read this. I received this from Bloomsbury, India, and yeah, super excited to read this one as well. Next are the two classic Japanese murder mystery books that I have been meaning to read, which is by Shishi Yokomizo, and I read The Devil's Flute Murders recently and I got these two as well. So there are more two books in this and I can't wait to get those as well. And probably read this on like a cozy Sunday night or something like that. Next is a book which is by my favorite author, which is Ali Hazelwood's Checking Mate. Her recent release, which is going to be there I think in 2024, is also Bride. I have already seen some of the bookstagrammers rave about that book as well, and I cannot wait to read this one. Just look at how pretty the cover is. Next are all the books that I have already read but forgot to haul it for you guys. So the first one is The Last Devil to Die by Richard Osman. This is the Thursday Murder Club book series where we have a bunch of characters who start a mystery club where they solve these murder mysteries. So this is the last book in the 4-part series and it's super cozy, super warm, and you should definitely check it out. Elizabeth has to be my favorite character from all of them. So yeah. Next up we have is Girl, Goddess and Queen by B. Fitzgerald. This was basically a Hades and Persephone retelling. So this one basically has a very different perspective to it than the other retellings that I have read, and these two are basically my favorite characters from all the entire of the Greek mythology books that I have read so far, so definitely pick it up. Next up I have is The American Boyfriend by Ivy Gion, if I have pronounced it right. So this is basically a thriller where even this is super cozy, super mystery book. Definitely check it out. Next up I have is Paroni's new book, which is Fractal Notice. This is basically a prequel to Sleep in the Sea of Stars. I really enjoyed that book as well. I didn't enjoy this as much because I felt actually both of these books were a little bit stretched. But if you are a sci-fi lover, you will definitely love this because this has a lot more physics and theory than story. Next up I have is Strange Sally Diamond by Liz Nugent. This book took me to surprise. I was not expecting to like this one so much, but it ended up being a 5-star read for me. So if you are in for a surprising treat for a thriller read, definitely pick it up. Next up I have is Enchantment by Catherine May. This was also super surprising non-fiction read for me, but look at how beautiful the cover is. So definitely check it out. The last but not the least is the Collected Regrets of Clover. Even how pretty this cover is, but this book was also a definite 5-star read for me because it deals with grief and death in a very beautiful way. I don't know if I should say that, but it is very hauntingly beautiful for me. So definitely pick it up. And yeah, that's it. With that we end the book haul video, and hopefully I get to share more books with you in 2024. Have a great Christmas and a happy new year to each one of you. Bye bye. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.